are shrimp and crab cakes still available. Ooh. And now we're gonna see the meatballs that Alberti told me off camera that these are the best meatballs he's ever had in his life.
Oh yeah, wait till you see this. First of all, look at how gigantic these are. These come from the Scotto sisters, and anybody who's ever been to New York City knows the restaurant Fresco by Scotto. It's a staple, and it's been around for over 25 years. Today, we are bringing you the return of their, look at how gigantic this is. This meatball is huge. It is Italian meatballs that are made of beef, veal, and pork, slow cooked, an amazing sauce recipe, all inspired by the Scotto sisters and Mama Scotto. And today we're bringing it to you for 4 payments of $17.50. Now here's what I will tell you. These have been on air several times. They've sold out every single time. And I have fewer than 800 to go around. Whether you're adding your favorite Parmesan cheese, placing it over a bed of pasta, or making an amazing meatball sub or sliders for family that's coming over for game day, this is what you want on the table. And let me invite my guest in. Her name, you might have seen her just a couple of minutes ago, Elena Scotto. You were sneaking in a minute early, dear. How are you?
I could not. I'm great. I couldn't resist. I saw you and I had to give you a shout out.
Oh, listen, I'm so excited to have you back in our show, Elena, because you really do bring us some of the most authentic and delicious Italian cuisines. And I think it's because, hey, you've been doing it for a long time, right? 25 years in New York City restaurant. That means you're a pro.
I hate to correct you. I'm going to be a show off.
Oh.
It's actually 29 years
29?
now.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Time flies when you're having fun. Now, have you noticed you don't even need a knife for these meatballs?
Oh yeah, they're so soft. So tell me about this, okay? Because these are soft, they're delicious, and they're not just one type of meat, right? They're not just beef, they're not just veal, they're not pork. They're all 3 of them together. So talk to me about this recipe.
So this recipe goes back to my grandmother from Italy. This was her secret ingredient, having the veal, the pork, the beef. The pork makes it so juicy. Have you noticed how juicy they are?
Oh, yes.
And then slow cook in Mama Scotto's sauce. Now, Mama Scotto, the way she gets her slow cooked tomato sauce is she adds a carrot just to give it that touch of sweetness.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, it has just the right amount of onion and garlic and, of course, olive oil. And the combination, unbelievable. We've done the work. They come fully cooked. And you know what? Nothing screams Sunday like these meatballs, right?
Oh,
Isn't
yeah.
this have on Sunday?
Over rice, over a bed of pasta, again, in a sandwich. Even like add it to, I love this idea over here. We've got it with an arugula salad over like a flatbread, right? This is simple, it's easy, it's fun, it's versatile. I have fewer than 600 remaining, and these sell out almost every single time that they're on air. I want to let you know that the meatballs are very big. They're a great big size. Like, look at the size of this meatball. It's gigantic, okay? And what's lovely about it is that these are all fully cooked. So talk to me about how I'm going to defrost them and then heat these up.
So here is what we love. We love to defrost them overnight, right? And then you have 3 choices. You could heat it stovetop for 15 minutes. You could put it in the oven for 25. Alberti, you could even boil in a bag. I mean, how easy is that?
Oh, wow.
Boil in the bag, 12 minutes.
Now, I want to show everyone how they do come, right? So here's what's great, is you will have 2 different bags. And so all you do is take out what you need. You place it in a saucepan. You by the way, all the instructions on how to prepare them are right here. But I will tell you this. You have never tried a meatball this succulent, this flavor-filled. I mean, it tastes like grandma's cooking, right? It's really delicious.
Yeah.
And what's also lovely about this is that it's so soft, right? The bite on this is a completely different experience in the world of Italian cuisine. And so today we're bringing it to you as the return, but there is no auto delivery. So maybe you want to stock up. Maybe you're thinking, you know, fancy Italian dinner at home for Valentine's Day. Elena, I love that idea. I know how hard it is to get a reservation at Scotto, Fresco by Scotto on Valentine's Day evening. Today we can bring
Correct.
that home.
And you know what's great? If you can't get to New York, you get these shipped right to your door. You're having authentic Italian food from a world-renowned restaurant in New York City. And they melt in your mouth. They're so good. By the way, they could last in the freezer for a year, although I highly doubt, Alberti, you could keep yours in the freezer
Oh,
for
you know
1
what?
year.
Mine don't last really like a week and a half, okay, in my freezer. Because when I have them, and by the way, I know that that's the case for many of our QVC customers because every time we have these on, they sell out. I now have fewer than 400 remaining, by the way. $17.50 if you want them on Easy Pay, M81466. Yes, go ahead, Elena.
You could serve them a little bit of shaved Parmesan. You could get some shredded provolone. We love to put them in a nice hero. Look at this hero that I have here.
Okay, we've got one over here
Nice
as well.
hero. Yes. Melt the cheese, cut it up. It's a great dish for everyone. I love it, like you said, for game day. I love it for any day. You don't know what to cook one night, just pull them out and heat them up and serve them over pasta, serve them with a vegetable, or just put them in some sliders. You have so many choices.
Just to
They're
give you
really,
perspective
really-
at home, this hero size, this French bread size, is a full foot long. That's 12 inches in length at least. And 4 meatballs just literally fills it up. I have fewer than 300 now remaining, and these are well on their way to selling out as they do almost every time that they're on air. So now's your chance to pick them up. M81466. You know, Elena, for anybody that's like, okay, you know, Fresco by Scotto, Scotto Sisters, you know, if they haven't been to New York and maybe they haven't found you on social media yet, Scotto Sisters,
Right.
Scotto Sisters on Instagram, obviously go follow them. They have amazing live streams and they're so much fun. But your
Yes.
restaurant for 29 years has been a staple in New York City. And you primarily, I mean, I remember I used to go to Fresco by Scotto all the time when I worked at JP Morgan. We'd run across
Yes.
the street for lunch and for dinners.
And our meatballs are one of the best sellers at the restaurant. I mean, everyone loves these meatballs because you know what? It is not easy to make at home because most people, they make them and they're like golf balls. These are soft, no knife needed. They're juicy, full of flavor, authentic Italian cooking, like you were just in our restaurant. You could look like a pro at home, which is unbelievable. And these days, we all seem to be spending a lot more time at home.
Oh, Elena, thank you so much. Listen, we started with over 800. We've got fewer than 200, and they are on their way to selling out with lots of people on the phone line. So please, please order yours for $17.50 on Easy Pay, M81466. Elena Scotto, thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too. All right. Time for some popcorn.
Yeah, so, you know, we're all trying to think about maybe snacking smarter.